foul. That was absolutely ridiculous.
The Boston Bruins have won the Stanley Cup.
Up on down. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. Red Sox win the World Series.
I don't know. It's tough. Tom's up there, man. Being tough.
Michael,
Watch.
are you ready for some football?
I love the Patriots.
Alrighty, so I have to make a little bit of a disclaimer in this video because this video here was recorded a few days prior to this disclaimer. Mike Vrabel has been hired by the New England Patriots to be the next head coach of the New England Patriots. That is the disclaimer in this video here. This video here was recorded before the Mike Vrabel hiring. And if you want my quick little take, because I am going to upload a video on the Vrabel hiring for the Patriots, gotta admit, great move. Solid move for the Patriots. I think he's going to fit this culture perfectly. He's a player's coach, but he's also a hardo coach, if you know what I mean also. Like how Bill Belichick was and everything else. So, I love the hire. I think he's a great fit for what the Patriots are going to try and do next season. I am just glad that this time around that the Patriots did their due diligence, interviewing candidates, and then coming to a conclusion of who is the right person for this situation and the right person to turn this team around. I am just glad they did it the right way as opposed to rushing the situation and everything else. But Mike Vrabel is now the head coach of the New England Patriots. And if I'm going to make an early prediction right now, I'm going to say Josh McDaniels will be the next OC for the Patriots. I think that is going to be my prediction. Early prediction, I should say. Book it. Mark it. You heard it here first. And this should be a good turnaround for the Patriots. Mike Vrabel's not going to put up with half the crap that JEROD Mayo did last year. While at the same time, he understands the players too. He's a little bit of a player's coach and everything else. So I love the fit for the team. Mike Vrabel's the new head coach of the New England Patriots. I will be uploading a video on that later on. Probably today, actually. I'm going to try and rush this video here. So I'm not waiting for the last minute like I did last time in this video here. So let's head into this video here of my reaction of JEROD Mayo being fired originally before Vrabel got hired as the new head coach. Holy moly. Wow. Recently the flu has been fluing and I've been feeling under the water, but now I feel good enough to be in front of the camera and everything else to be ready to record a video for you guys. And holy shit, we have big news over in New England. Well, first of all, the stupid Patriots didn't win a game all season that they needed to win, but they win the one game that they needed to lose in order to get the first overall pick in the draft. They somehow find a way to screw that up. Like, how is that possible? You had a phenomenal year in terms of tanking while showing that you have bright spots in the future. Literally what I predicted in my article. I predicted the Patriots to have a 4-13 record and to show bright spots that can help them win in the future. I was right with my pick, and I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off with the fact that I was right about my pick. What's going on, YouTube? It's boy Jesse here on YouTube and from Beat.Takes. We're back again with another reaction video. Robert Kraft addresses media following departure of JEROD Mayo. Mayo out. A new head coach is coming in to New England. Who do I hope it's going to be? I personally hope it's Mike Vrabel. Ben Johnson would be another guy that I'd be very interested in the Patriots getting. Those are like the top two candidates right now for the New England Patriots. But them firing JEROD Mayo after one season is a huge, huge message sent to the team. And listen, not only the fact that they fired JEROD Mayo, they fired him literally maybe a half hour, 45 minutes after the game ended. Right after they won the game, they fired his ass. Good for them. I mean, shit. We all knew Jacoby Brissett was the worst quarterback out of the three. I mean, hell, If you wanted to throw the game away, that was the game that started Jacoby Brissett out of all season. All season, that was the game that had Jacoby Brissett in there. Nope, they went with Joe Milton. And when I saw them go with Joe Milton, I went, great. A young QB that's trying to prove something in this league. Great. I wonder how this is going to go out. I bet you we win this game. Yep, we won the game. Now we don't have the first overall pick. And they effed that up. And they effed up the chance to get Travis Hunter, which I'm so pissed about. Because not only do I think he's a talented wide receiver in college football, but I watch Kai Cenat. He's cool as hell. He would fit in with this locker room in terms of like the new culture and everything else. It was such a good fit, and I don't think the Patriots are going to be able to get him now. Could there be a chance that the Patriots wind up with him? Possibly, because the Giants have the 3rd overall pick, and they could be stupid with their pick. I don't know. I don't know what this draft's going to look like now, but if the Patriots had number 1, you were for certain getting Travis Hunter. And I am so pissed that we are not going to get Travis Hunter. The only thing I can realistically hope for right now is for the Patriots to draft T-Mac from Arizona. That dude looks like a freak in nature. I just hope that he's not another N'Keal Harry. That's the only thing I worry about with him. But we're going to react to this video here with Robert Kraft addressing to the media following the departure of JEROD Mayo. Leave a thumbs up if you guys enjoy these videos here. Subscribe now if you guys are new. You guys know what to do. Go check out our website. The link is in the description down below. And without further ado, stop straight into this video.
I'm going to be very brief here and say this whole situation is on me. I feel terrible for JEROD because
Oh my god, an owner taking responsibility? Listen, you guys know I've been giving Bill Belichick a ton of grief over the last year or so. But also at the same time, there were points in time where the Patriots could have opened up their wallets and they didn't. And I said that that was on Kraft. I'll have to go back to the tapes. But I know for a fact that I gave most of the blame to Bill. But I gave part of the blame to Robert Kraft. A lot of you people on this channel here has given Robert Kraft a lot of blame. Where you guys are comparing this situation here to the Boston Red Sox, so on and so forth. John Henry would never admit his wrongdoings. Never. Never. So, listen, I'm not saying the situation is great over there, but I'm already going to give him a round of applause for saying, yep, I own my mistake. We need to be better. It's my responsibility to get this team back in the playoffs. So let's do this, Robert Kraft. I'll make a deal with you. Let's do this. Go out and spend some money this offseason. Go get the players that you need. Offensive tackle. Offensive lineman. A number 1 wideout. Hell, maybe get like a middle linebacker or a left out linebacker because you traded both of them. And do well in the draft? Hell yeah, we're back. If you don't, if you do nothing, guess where you are, buddy? You're in the same couch as John Henry. Because now you're going to say all this, right? Now I expect big things to happen this offseason. Now I'm expecting that. So if you don't deliver, you're lying to your fan base. You're just as bad as John Henry. Alright? Now you're on the clock. For me, you're on the clock now. This was your last season that I gave you to rebuild and everything else. Now it's time to open the checkbook and go for the playoffs again. You have your quarterback in Drake May. He is a stud in the making. Go out and surround him with talent. That is on you now, Kraft.
because I put him.
Start it over again.
This whole situation is on me. I feel terrible for JEROD because I put him in an untenable situation.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Kraft,
I know
but
that he has all the tools as a head coach to be successful in this league. He just needed more time before taking the job. In the end, I'm a fan of this team first, and now I have to go out and find a coach who can get us back to the playoffs and hopefully championships. We're open for questions.
I hope you keep with that word, man. I hope you don't pull a John Henry.
Robert, just when was the decision made? In your mind, when was it that you felt you needed to let him go?
This whole situation evolved, but I'd say over the last month, I went back and forth. And I don't know, in my life and my business, I make certain decisions. I know when it's right, and it just happened. And it was very hard because the personal relationship I
get it.
feel for JEROD.
I get it.
And the human being he is. And I felt guilty I put him in that position. But we're moving on.
Listen, I'm not going to sit here and bash JEROD Mayo. I mean, he had a lot of fireable offenses this year. But, like, it was just clear as day he wasn't ready. And honestly, I was skeptical last year when he hired JEROD Mayo, not even interviewed him, not even interviewed the coaches that were available out there last season. I was skeptical of that. And I was like, really? You really jumped the gun on this? I mean, that kind of falls on Robert Kraft also, right? He kind of set up JEROD Mayo for failure. Not saying that JEROD Mayo is a good coach or anything like that. Don't get me wrong. I don't think he's the right person for the job. And there was a lot of things this season that I disagree with JEROD Mayo on. But was it all JEROD Mayo? I really don't think so.
Hey, Robert. What will happen with, for instance, the personnel department? What decisions will be made with whoever the next coach is, having the latitude to bring in his own players, his own scouting staff, his own coaches?
Yeah, we'll wait till we bring that coach in, and he obviously
I can't wait for Mike Vrabel to be like, yep, get out of
have
here.
big input on who the
Lead it
players
house.
are and who the coaches are. It'll be his decision. So
At this juncture, would it be status quo for everybody on the staff until an individual is found?
yes, we'll let him, look. We move fast, and we're gonna let him make those decisions.
Robert, I know that you don't make snap decisions, so I was wondering, at what point during the season did you sense something was not right? And if you could expand on that, what caught your attention that something wasn't right?
After the bye week.
Well, in the important decisions in my life, I've always said I measure 9 times and cut once. And this was one of those situations. I guess the main thing for me is I felt we regressed. The high point of everything for me was winning in the Cincinnati game. And then in mid-season, I just think we started to regress.
Hold on, I can give you guys that answer real quick as to where they regressed. I would say the Patriots regressed right about here. Right about here is where they regressed. After the Rams game, and then bleeding into the Dolphins game. It was somewhere around here is when they started to regress. Because at that point, the offense really wasn't clicking as much. Bad penalties. The defense wasn't showing up either. I mean, you gave up 30 points to the Cardinals. Like, come on, man. Come on. That's ridiculous. The games are watchable here, somewhat here, and even here. Like, this period here, I thought the Patriots games were watchable. That's my opinion. I would say after that Rams game is when the regression began.
Robert, how significantly has fan reaction to the product on the field and to Jerod specifically played into your decision?
Well, I'm the biggest fan, so I understand. And, you know, since the day we bought this team and I realized what
I feel about that one, Tavai.
it was and how lucky we were as a family, that this is the
Rob,
only
get the
business
out of
we're
here.
involved in where I see ourselves, we don't own this team. It's owned by the fans of this region. And
yeah, know your place. Know your place, Tavai.
custodians of a very special asset.
Get
of
the hell off this
community.
team,
And
too.
that's why that helps me try to
What a
make
dumbass.
decisions that if it was just personal, it would be different.
Robert, aside from yourself and Jonathan, who will be involved in the head coaching interviews, and what traits are you looking for?
Well,
Well, definitely a leader.
we'll have Alonzo Highsmith and Elliott will be involved, and we're gonna
Christ.
try to understand
Elliott
who
Wolf's
can
gonna be
help us
involved?
best
Dear
get back
God.
to the playoffs.
Oh.
Robert, does that mean Elliot and his staff are going to continue on, or will the coaching hire also impact your front office?
No, we are looking for people working together, and they will be staying on.
So that means, I think that kind of answered that, right?
Robert,
Whoever's
when you
coming
say
in as
that
a coach
the
is
situation was untenable.
gonna have some
what
sort of
about
say
it
also.
Specifically, did you find untenable, and how will that influence how you approach this search?
I don't like losing. I don't like losing the way we lost.
Right.
And I just, just things were not developing the way we would have liked, and it was time to move on.
Why does my man look possessed? Like, I'm not trying to joke here, but like,
Robert, how big of a search do you plan on how big of a coaching search do you plan on conducting?
Well, we want to
it better be bigger than last time.
as many people as we can that we think can help us get to that position that we want to be.
All right.
So we have put out and requests.
Take your time with this one too. Make sure you get the right guy this time.
You in on that.
Robert, thank you for taking our questions. Appreciate it. Is Mike Vrabel at or near the top of your list? It seems to
Should
be,
be.
The talk.
Before I make a comment like that, I don't know all the people involved, and
And listen, I don't want him going based off of.
we've heard about. So
I don't want him going
I'd
based off
rather
emotion either. If
respond to that
Vrabel,
after
if he
I've
feels like
seen
Vrabel's not the right guy, okay, then
Robert, can you speak
long
a
as
bit
you do
more
a
to the
lengthy-
timing of this? Did Jerod know before the game?
what's the word that I'm
I'm right
looking
over
for?
here. Sorry.
What's the word that I'm looking for? Long as you do like a lengthy research in each of your candidate to figure out who is the right guy for the situation to turn this team around. I don't care who it is, as long as you do it right, that's all that matters. Would I love to see Vrabel? Yes. Would I love to see Ben Johnson? Yes. Am I open to other ideas though? Yes. So do it right this time as opposed to last time.
everyone.
Robert, can you speak a bit more to the timing of this? Did Jerod know before the game?
Where are you?
I'm right
Oh,
over
we
here.
absolutely
Sorry.
did.
Thank you. I was wondering if you could speak a bit more to the timing of this. Did Jerod know before the game?
He had
that
to have.
This would be his last game coaching?
No.
That's cap. Eat a dapper! If he didn't, then why did he go out to win the game? Wouldn't it have helped his case more if he lost the game to stick around? Oh, he definitely knew he was gone. That's why he went out there and won the game. He kind of threw up a middle finger to you. Say, F you and your first round pick. And your first overall pick. Here you go. We got the dub. Of course he knew. And listen, I can read emotion. Hold on. Wait a minute.
I was wondering if you could speak a bit more to the timing of this. Did JEROD know before the game that this would be his last game coaching?
No.
That pause right there says it all. The fact that he had to think about it, he was like, no. The answer is yes. The answer is yes, he knew. And if he did know, then that makes the situation a lot worse. Because then you should have fired him the week before. So you guys could have gone out there and throw the game away to get the first overall pick. I don't know. I'm not buying that one, Kraft. I think he knew. I think that's cap. I think he knew that last game was his last one with the Patriots. That's cap. That's cap.
Thank you. I was wondering if you could speak a bit more to the timing of this. Did JEROD know before the game that this would be his last game coaching?
No.
And let's say that is true. Let's say that is true, he didn't know.
I know this was very difficult.
Damn, that's devious on your end.
To sit down with him. How did he take it? How did he respond? Was he shocked by the news?
He was a man. Look, it was one of the more difficult things I've had to do in my life because I had such affection for him. And I believe in him. And I really do believe he will go on, and as he gets more experience, he'll be successful. It was not easy. He was a gentleman and accepted it that way.
I mean, the timing of when he got fired, like after the game, just it seems like it was premeditated.
This is going to be very expensive. Buying out a coaching staff, bringing in on new coaching staff, perhaps it goes to the personnel department. You also have $120 million in cap space this year, the most in the league. Will what you spend on this transition affect anything that you spend on players?
No, the answer should be no.
Yeah, the answer is no.
Thank you.
We've always had a situation where we spend to the cap, and if we go over we have never told any coach or limited the spending. The only thing we've said is if you exceed the cap, we like to see it leveled out over 3 years. And
makes sense.
You know, so that we never
kind of like
get
baseball
way
with the
out of
luxury
hand.
tax.
But spending to the cap or above the cap is not, we want to win. That's our priority first.
So there you go,
Hi,
guys.
Robert, back here.
Expect a lot of moves
how
from
are
them.
You guys were told this was a multi-year.
Guys, give them the same treatment like the Red Sox. If they don't deliver, nah, that's it. That's it. Because now he's talking a big game for this offseason and everything else. He's promising you guys, hey, we got to go out there. We got to win. This is on me, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get us back there. Now we're starting to get to the same level as the Red Sox here. As opposed to the situation. Now we're starting to get there. So, if they don't do anything this offseason, oh boy, you're in for a long season with me next year. I gave you enough
wasn't
breaks.
Going to turn around in 1 year. You said you believe in JEROD. You think he'll be better with more experience. So why not let him get that experience here?
Good question. This is actually a good
question. This was a multi-year process.
Yeah, from my point of view, I just thought we had a rough year last year. It was not 24, 23.
Yes.
And going through 2 years like that, and then seeing where we were this year, and especially the second half of the year, just made me feel we weren't going in the right direction. And I don't want to go through this next year, and we're
Right.
going to do what we got to do to fix it.
Right. So he's pulling the plug now.
Robert, is there one quality when you go through this search with a new coach that you'll be looking for over everything else? Is there one quality, in your opinion, that will help lead to you getting back to being a contender and playing for championships?
Leadership's got to be the first thing.
No, it's really a composite.
I don't think Mayo had any
you
of that.
need someone who players can relate to and respond to. But
Same thing.
They need to have a team around them that has product knowledge, in-game adjustments, knowing what their system is. Just a lot of things coming together.
Robert, we saw Jonathan very animated during the Cardinals game on television. How much was he involved in this decision, and how is he going to be involved in this decision about who your next coach will be?
You should be involved.
Well, for over 30 years, he's been with me in most decisions I've made in my life, surely business ones that are important. So he will continue to be involved with me.
Definitely so.
Hi, Robert. Thank you for taking the time. I was just curious. We know that you addressed the team this morning. And a lot of the players were very on board with JEROD. They really liked him. What was kind of the reaction from the players in terms of this decision?
Well, I didn't get a chance to really interact. Believe it or not, we had some very important outside people coming here today on something unrelated to the Patriots. That's why we scheduled it this day a while back. And I spoke to them about how I felt about JEROD and what I tried to convey here today earlier.
A couple of final questions. Derek Knight from
Hi, Robert. Did you have any input with the coaching staff about how to handle the final game of the season with the #1 overall pick at stake?
Good question.
Did I have?
Did you have any input? Did you talk to the coaching staff about how to handle the game?
No.
No, you should have been more clear.
This is the last question.
You should have been more clear
Hey,
about
Robert.
that.
I get number 2. The personnel department this past year in free agency didn't really have a banner year, and also in the draft. And Elliott and some of the other individuals there, Matt Crow, have been part of the personnel department for a number of years. What is it that stands out to you about them that they should continue forward in the team building when the roster is not great?
Damn, good question, guys.
Yeah,
You guys are killing this right now.
I think that the department evolved a lot, and a lot of things were changed. We changed our grading system this year and have done things. Our drafts have not been good for a while.
True.
And that's not, if you want to compete long term and be good in this league, you got to have good drafts.
Yep.
Because those rookie contracts allow you to go out and get the people you need to surround people.
Last draft might have been your decent one.
Looks like we lucked out.
I mean, actually, if you just
maybe
count
have
Drake May alone,
2
I would say it was pretty good.
I think we'll hopefully see a big improvement this year. Thank you very much. I appreciate you all giving us the time.
That it? Yep. All right, well, that's going to do it. JEROD Mayo. JEROD Mayo is out. What do you guys think in the comment section down below? Leave a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe now if you guys are new. You guys know what to do. I'll be putting an article on the Patriots season recap very soon. And mayhem's beginning in New England. The house is already starting to be cleaned. I wonder who's next to go. I wonder if it's going to be the OC, the DC, whoever at this point. It seems like Robert Kraft is done with this rebuild, with this stupid losing and everything else. Seems like he's ready to open up his wallet, and it seems like he's cleaning house over there in New England. I hope he's telling the truth. Don't be like John Henry, because you're going to get it from me next season if you end up doing nothing. Thank you guys for watching this video. It's been your boy Jesse, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Later, guys.